Unseen eyes watch you. You feel it. A presence so heavy, it made the air around you grow cold. This is the story of a night that changed everything for one unsuspecting woman, a night where the line between reality and the unknown blurred into something terrifying. It was a quiet evening in the small town of Black Hollow, the kind of town where everyone knows everyone and nothing ever happens. But on this particular night, something did happen. Something that would leave the town forever scarred. Our story begins with Emma, a 28-year-old librarian who lived alone in a quaint little house on the edge of the woods. Emma was a practical woman. She didn't believe in ghosts, spirits, or anything supernatural. But that was before the whispers started. It was around midnight when she first heard it. A faint, almost imperceptible sound, like someone murmuring just outside her window. At first, she brushed it off as the wind, or maybe a stray animal. But the whispers grew louder, more insistent. They weren't coming from outside, they were coming from inside her house. Emma froze, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispers were soft, almost melodic, but there was something deeply wrong about them. They didn't sound human. She grabbed her phone, her hands trembling, as she dialed her best friend, Sarah. But before Sarah could answer, the whispers stopped. The house fell silent. Relieved, Emma convinced herself it was just her imagination. She went back to bed, but sleep didn't come easy. Hours later, she was jolted awake by a loud thud from her living room. This time, there was no denying it. Something was in her house. She grabbed a flashlight and cautiously made her way downstairs. The living room was empty, but the air was thick with an unnatural chill. And then she saw Ita's shadow, darker than the darkness around it, moving across the wall. It didn't belong to anything in the room. It moved on its own, twisting and contorting into shapes that made Emma's blood run cold. The whispers returned, louder now, echoing in her ears. She couldn't understand the words, but they filled her with a sense of dread she had never known. The shadow on the wall began to grow, stretching toward her like a hand reaching out. Emma stumbled back, dropping the flashlight. When she picked it up, the shadow was gone. But the whispers weren't. They followed her upstairs, into her bedroom, under her bed, inside her closet. They were everywhere. Emma locked herself in the bathroom, her breath coming in ragged gasps. She could hear the shadow now, scratching at the door, the whispers growing into a deafening roar. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The house was silent once more. Emma waited for what felt like hours before she finally opened the door. The hallway was empty. The shadow was gone. The whispers were gone. But something was different.